I don't normally do this, but I'm going to talk on the concert tonight. Usually I make the kids do it. So my name is Mrs. Barnard. I'm the orchestra teacher to these fine students here on stage. And we're really excited to invite the Founding to come and play with us tonight. Yeah. And we're excited to share our Irish Winter Concert with you. Tonight's performance is important for me because it teaches two things that I believe passionately in. Number one, that we all come from somewhere. Many of us are just a few generations or less away from our ancestors who undertook journeys and adventures that brought them and their families to our current place and time. During this concert cycle, we learned a bit about the Irish diaspora and how cultural exchange that took place as part of Irish immigration contributed to aspects of American culture and the uniquely American genres of Appalachian music and bluegrass folk music. Second, that there are so many musical styles worth exploring. Most of our musical performances are classical based and rely on melody and harmony in very structured formats. And it's one of my sincere goals to show students some of the many options when it comes to making often with an A part that's played twice and a B part that's played twice. So if you pay attention closely, there's no test, but you probably can follow along which parts they're in. And this has taken some getting used to because it takes a little extra listening to make sure that everybody's really coordinated. And plus, our violists and our cellists and our bassists are working a lot harder than they're often asked to do because they're playing the melody right along with all the violins. So this afternoon, the Founding came out, and they worked with symphonic, and they worked with chamber for an hour and a half each. And we talked about Irish ornamentation, we ran our pieces together, and we had overall just a pretty good time, right? Yeah, it was awesome. Tonight's concert is going to show side by side. These first two pieces we're going to play for you are a little bit of our classical tradition that we do. And then the rest of the concert is going to be dedicated to traditional Irish tunes. We've got some jigs and some reels and some original pieces written by the founding that we're going to perform on. So we hope you enjoy. Sorry, we got a tune.
y'all doing? Good.
Oh man, we were so excited to be here at Sun Prairie in Wisconsin, if you can believe it. All the way from our home in Michigan. Very far away. Well, we've been very fortunate to be here at Sun Prairie. We were able to work with the students earlier today, and it was a real treat. We always say that at schools, but I have to say this has been a particular treat. I think we've had some of the most attentive people here today, and also some of the best questions and best players, honestly, as well. We have a couple nice tunes that we will be playing with the students, letting them shine a little bit. What do we have first, Patrick?
We have Kesh and Swallowtail jigs.
Lovely, lovely. Kesh and Swallowtail are two jigs that I've been playing ever since my youth. I was at one point a very young man. I'm no longer. I turned 30 literally like 2 weeks ago, which is very uncomfortable. But that's all to say. These guys are going to kill it on Kesh and Swallowtail. Here we go. Very nice. That was really good. All right. Well, I see we have Hush next. This is very nice having a little visual cue up here for me. This next tune is a Celtic-inspired tune, I'll call it, for the first time. This is a tune I wrote back in our college days about my college girlfriend. It's a part of what we call our Heartbreak Suite. But it's a lovely tune. It features some 3-part vocals. We've always thought it would be very well suited with an orchestra. And so our normal bass player, Kyle, put this arrangement together, and I think it sounds very nice, and the students do a very nice job.
Yeah, it adds a lot of depth that we don't get with the 6 of us here.
Yeah, and it's been nice working with the students today too, because that last set, for those of you who don't know how traditional music is usually played, Irish music traditionally is played in what we call a session. You go to the local pub or somebody's house, you bring your instruments and play what we call these traditional tunes that everyone kind of knows. And you might slap a couple together like we did today with our 2 jigs there. And you repeat the tune, you might change it up with some ornamentation and things like that. And it's a very communal kind of music form. And so that was really fun to be able to do that with them. And I think it's really cool with this piece to be able to kind of tie in some of their usual style with the orchestral arrangement here. So this is kind of a nice dip into what they're used to and pairing it with some of our original music. So.
And on that last tune, that is not easy on cello and viola, so special shout out.
Yes, shout out.
Please don't carry my heart under sleep. Don't drag it through the mud and the leaf. My body lies restless, my mind finds no reprieve. From our thoughts, your voice will lead. Dress me not for oceans but for waves. Drape me with a warm coat if I freeze. It's cold and they say to all stay far away, but I will not feel the same. My heart in a moment will break my heart in a rings on my head. Don't always forget what I've said.
Thank you. All right, big round of applause for the students on that one.
Yeah. Give it up for Symphonic Orchestra.
All right. Oh man, we've got the Fiddle tune medley with the chamber orchestra. So this is a collection of tunes that I put together. Actually, it was the first set that we as a group ever played together back in 2015 in a little practice room at Western Michigan University where we all met. We were in the music program there. I met them in the orchestra. And the first two tunes I originally know because, or actually, sorry, the second two tunes I originally know because the great Michael McGoldrick does a lovely set on the transatlantic sessions with those two tunes. And I paired it with Onions and Scallions, which is actually a Gaelic tune that Michael McGoldrick also wrote called And I'm Gonna Do My Best. But I'm painfully Midwestern, and Gaelic is very hard. But it's something along the lines of Inyan Ní Scanlan.
It's as close as we're going to get.
Yeah, it's as close as we're going to get. I had an Irish person show me how to say it, and that was after some work. That's all to say. It's a couple of lovely waltzes and this rip and reel called Lochaber Badger. And I tell you what, man, the students have been doing great on these. It's really impressive to see.
Yeah.
Not easy either.
Yeah, these aren't tunes we normally can bring into schools. This is the first, actually, so yeah, big props to them.
Yeah, and this was one of the first tunes we learned as a band, and I think they play it better than I did back in the day. I've come a little ways since then, but I was in college at the time already, and yeah, it didn't sound good. These guys really put it to work in, and it sounds awesome.
believe we have one more with the students today. Right? That's right? I'm not crazy? Okay. This next one is called The Piper's Folly. This is actually a tune I wrote back when I was about their age, a very long time ago. And I wrote it when I was actually in orchestra class. We were on a festival trip in Nashville, and put this little melody together, and it's very nice, and the students do a very good job on it.
I will say this is probably the hardest of any of the tunes that we've done thus
Is it?
far. Yeah, this is probably the hardest one.
Is this the hardest? Okay.
Yeah.
Sick. Well, they're killing it, man.
Joel's a great writer. He's also a difficult writer.
Well, yeah. I do what I do.
The vision outweighs practicality.
Yeah. But this is a Strathspey and a reel. A Strathspey being, well, both a Strathspey and a reel being two forms of Celtic dance. Strathspey being more characteristic of Scotland, although I believe this tune is about some people in London, although I don't really remember. It's been a while.
You wrote it.
Yeah. A long time ago. That's all to say. It's a lot of fun to play, and here we go.
Once on the streets of London, played a piper named Simon Brown. So though he played for a penny from the passers-by in the town, but amongst the wild people, one angel did stand out. Her name was Amy Davis, and his judgment she did clown. When hair is dark as a raven's, with a voice so lovely sweet, the bard was hard but steadfast, laid down his sword and he beat. He said, "Take me, my passion, and give to me, for I know such a goddess, all my virtue of you." She's the excellent piper boy, but I will not. I am sure bound to another, a man with a righteous thought. His name is John Davis, and he gives a wretched sin to destroy those running. May be his only goal. Now John may have been the devil, but a fool he was not. He smelled love, sweet sunshine, and with anger he was fraught. So John tracked down the piper before he could ever hide. Summoned angel to show mercy, but his rage would not subside. For John Davis was an ogre, so he knocked Simon to the ground. He then drew his pistol and he put it in Simon's mouth. He said, "Play me tune, dear piper boy, let your fingers fly, my son. For as quick as they be on the pipe, mine be quicker on my gun."
right, big round of applause for the students, the chamber orchestra. Let's get a shout out for the bass, doing the bass solo. Shout out for the penny whistle. Shout out for everybody. There we go. Great.
That was so much fun. Oh my gosh. I don't think we've ever played that tune with an orchestra before.
No, I know we haven't. Takes a special kind of preparation and practice time to get that ready. It's very hard.
Y'all ready for some Christmas music? All right. We've got some real happy sounding tunes about some bummer things. So,
Such is the Irish way. This first tune we're going to transition over. The first few tunes we're going to do at the center mic setup. So I'm actually going to transition over there now.
This group, if I can, because I never did that. So like you just walked out on stage and we were all like, "Yay!" Whoever you are, right? All right. So this is The Founding. They're out of, I'll just read it to you. The Founding is a progressive folk band from Kalamazoo, Michigan. With their timeless, powerful approach to songwriting and unique instrumentation, they strive to balance tradition and innovation as they bring new music to life. This genre-defining band has performed at theaters and festivals throughout the United States, and I have to give them a huge thank you because they were wonderful with our students today. They had so many good pointers, and they were just like natural teachers. So I was really impressed. Thank you guys for the time that you spent with students today. They had an awesome, awesome time. And I'm really excited for these guys to show off their talent, so they're going to play a little bit for us tonight, too. Thanks.
Arthur McBride. Oh. Well, Patrick has to tune for a moment, so I'm going to gab for a bit with y'all.
You don't have to be that close to it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to be a little further away. This first tune we're going to play is called Arthur McBride. This is a beautiful tune that we picked up off of a Andy Irvine, Paul Brady recording, although I believe it's just Paul who plays on the specific recording. This is a tune you might know by the great Robert Dylan, otherwise known as Bob Dylan. That's my favorite joke I make every night. It's I think an ideal Christmas tune in that it is more using Christmas as a setting, much like Die Hard. It is essentially it's set in Ireland, I believe, right? And so Arthur and I think his buddy of name, which I cannot remember. No name, great. Are walking through the streets. And a couple soldiers come up and they're like, "Hey, you should be soldiers." And they're like, "No." And then they beat them up. And it's on Christmas. So there you go. And it features some lovely guitar and vocals by these two great people, Thanks. Patrick and Elizabeth. All right, here we go.
Oh, me and me cousin Lord Arthur McBride, as we went walking down by the seaside. seaside. Now mark what did follow and what did betide. For it being on Christmas morning, out for recreation we went on a tramp, and we met Sergeant Napper and Corporal Vamp and a wee little drummer intending to camp. For the day be pleasant and charming. Good morning, the sergeant did cry, and the same to you, gentlemen, we did reply, intending no harm, but meant to pass by, for it being on Christmas morning. But says he, my fine fellows, if you will enlist, it's 10 guineas in gold I'll slip in your fist. For a soldier he leads a very fine life, and he always lives pleasant and charming. For a soldier he always is decent and clean, in the finest of clothes he is constantly seen, and he pays all his debts well within his means, and drink the king's health in the morning. But says Arthur, I wouldn't be proud of your clothes, for you've only the lend of them, as I suppose, and you dare not change them one night, for you know, if you do you'll be flogged in the morning. And we have no desire to take your advance. All hazards and dangers we but our own chance. For you'd have no scruples for to send us to France, where we would get shot without warning. Oh no, says the sergeant, I'll have no such chat, and I neither will take it from snappy young brats. For if you insult me with one other word, I'll cut off your heads in the morning. And then Arthur and I, we soon chew our hogs, and we scarce gave them time to draw their own blades, when a trusty shillelagh came over their heads and bid them take that is fair warning. And we having no money, paid them off in cracks, and we paid no respect to their two bloody backs, and we lathered them there like a pair of wet sacks, and left them for dead in the morning. And so to conclude and to finish disputes, we obligingly asked if they wanted recruits, for we were the lads who would give them hard clowns and bid them look sharp in the morning. Oh, me and me cousin, what Arthur McBride, as we went walking down by the seaside. Now mark what did follow and what did betide, for it being on Christmas morning.
Thank you. Just wanted to get you in the Christmas spirit right off the bat.
So way back in the day, we had a system where every year I would write a new original Christmas tune. And that lasted for about 2 years. turns out that's really gosh dang hard. But during that time, we did get a couple gems, and one of those is this next tune called Carpenter's Son. Yeah, and it sounds very nice. There is a Facebook video. We always say it's our most popular on YouTube. It is not our most popular on YouTube. It is our most popular on Facebook. For some reason, people enjoyed sharing it for a bit there.
Mary and Joseph rode to Bethlehem, parents they'd soon be. Danger soon followed, and evil so fierce, but they trusted God the same. They did this in Norway. Their baby boy would bear on the cross. A carpenter's son, the King of Kings, would accept the sins of men. June in her arms, the most precious babe, the Lord her God. Her arms grew weary with the weight of his gift, but she trusted God the same. Her baby boy would bear on the cross. A carpenter's son, the King of Kings, would accept the sins of man. Her baby wept, and she wiped the tears away, and she knew one day she'd kneel before the cross and do the same. She did this in Norway. Her baby boy would bear on the cross. A carpenter's son, the King of Kings, would accept the sins of men. With open eyes, he first saw the world he made.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much. So after Joel's amazing tenure of 2 years in a row writing tunes, he kind of gave up. After the second one was written on the way to the recording session, we kind of decided to take a little step back for a couple of years. But last year, I decided it was about time we should have a new one. And so I wrote this tune called Moments. This one is kind of, I don't have any children myself, but I have like 20 plus nieces and nephews. Both EJ and I come from very large families, and I tell you what, the kids just like coming in, they don't stop coming. It's wild. But this one is 20th. Yeah.
Two of our members were homeschooled. Try and guess which two.
Anyway, so this one is kind of about the passing on of the wonder of Christmas to the next generation. So.
Day I've been waiting for this time. The snow was falling just like Mom and Papa said it would. I went to the living room, look and wonder at the stockings filled overnight. I know what this day means, no greater gift than what you pull from the tree. Christmas Day. Joy in this season of generosity. Time flies by much too fast. You blink and the moment has passed. I rise. It's just another day, another trip, another year of life has gone by this time. The snow is falling, parents calling, asking if I brought the pie. I know I should be so grateful, but how can I capture what my heart used to hold? What is it this day means? Is there a gift I never asked to receive? Christmas Day. Can you see this tender heart longing to go back to the start? Time flies by much too fast. You blink and the moment has passed. Each passing moment brought me here. Now I can see His hands reach out to me. No greater gift. Can you hear the pitter-patter? Little eyes glow in wonder. Time flies by much too fast. So cherish the moments you have. This day was made for one baby gave for little hearts with seeds that grow, that they might one day see their own.
All right, we're going to switch over to our main setup. Which is over here. Lovely.
Thank you all so much. Honestly, much like the students, we all come from classical backgrounds. We all met at Western Michigan University, except Torstein. He's our sub-bassist today. Our main bass player is a music school teacher, actually, so he is busy with the kiddos. But yeah, it's really cool for us to be able to play in that setup, bring out all of our instruments with the viola and the cello and all that, and practice some of our classical chops, stuff we were trained in our formative years. And now we're going to play some more Celtic stuff for you. And this is what we've been working on for the past 10 years, developing a style in. And I tell you what, if that says, it took me probably, I want to say 2 years ago, I started feeling like pretty confident in Irish style. And with the way the kids are playing today, it kind of like puts that to shame. They were fantastic. So that was really cool to see. But what are we playing first, buddy?
We're going to play a quick duo tune, and then we're going to hit the Wexford Carol.
Okay.
This is a tune that John and I picked up off of the Chieftains. It's called The Frost is All Over. It's a lovely slip jig going into a jig. I believe the first slip jig is called Fair Little Caravans.
Little Fair Canavans.
Little Fair Canavans. Beautiful.
I said that name on stage probably 30 times, and I've given up on Joel ever learning it. So I picked that one up in London a couple of years ago. Here we go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. This next tune is called the Wexford Carol. It's a real classic Celtic Christmas tune. We took it from the great Cara Dillon. She's a lovely recording of this tune. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play. It has some fun modal mixing for the bridge there. Little wild. John, do you want to say some thank yous while I finish tuning here?
Sure, yeah. I do want to thank Torstein again. Honestly, so last year, Kyla could not make any of our shows, and we had 3 different bass subs, and Torstein was one of them. And this year, we only brought back 1 bass sub. He holds a little special place in our hearts, so yeah. We'll do more thank yous in just a bit, but I think we're going to get to the tune at this point.
Good people all this Christmas time, consider well and bear in mind what our good God for us has done. Sending his beloved Son with Mary holy we should pray to God with love this Christmas day in Bethlehem. Upon that morn there was a blessed Messiah born. In Bethlehem did shepherds keep their flocks and lambs and feeding sheep till noon day. Angels did appear, which kept the shepherds in their feet. Prepare and go, the angel said, to Bethlehem. Be not afraid, for there you'll find this happy morn of princely day. With thankful heart and joyful mind, the shepherds went this babe to find. And as God's angels had foretold, they did our Savior Christ behold. Within the manger he was laid, and by his side the Virgin maid, as long foretold. Upon that morn there was a blessed Messiah born.
All right. We've got just a few more for you. This next one is a Galician Christmas tune. Anybody know what Galician music is? Okay, great. We're going to have a little educational lesson here. So a lot of people think of Celtic music and they think of Ireland and Scotland, which is a fair association. But the thing about the Celtic peoples is that they were a nomadic people. So they actually covered a pretty wide berth over the course of the many years that they were in existence. And that meant they traveled from Ireland to Scotland to Spain to France over to the Americas, and obviously this music kind of like evolved and changed, and we see like Appalachian music and eventually things like bluegrass and all its derivatives over time. But specifically, one of my favorite kinds is Galician music in Spain. And it's got this really interesting tune structure and this very interesting sound. Sometimes you'll get this like weird flamenco-y kind of thing going on. We're not going to have any of that. But we are going to play a Galician tune. This is the aptly named Galician Carol. And John's going to introduce the band.
Yeah. I want to introduce EJ first. EJ on flute and vocals, everyone. Give it up.
And piccolo.
I wanted to introduce EJ first because this is our one opportunity in the year to make her bust out her piccolo, which is very cute on this tune, so you're going to love it a lot. Next up, we have Lucas Stanley on keys and viola. It's always fun to rag on him when he brings out his viola. Being a violin player, it's kind of like, I have to. And Patrick Hartson on guitar and cello. Most of the year, Patrick plays guitar, but he has 3 degrees in cello, and he's very, very talented, so it's great to be able to bring that out. Joel Myers here is our writer and a mando player, and he also plays fiddle. He does it all. Joel Tyrone Myers. I've told you a little bit about Torstein, but give it up for him one more time. Our special man on the bass.
And then we have John Rovey, everybody.
Thank you.
He plays fiddle and sings and percussion and whatever else I need him to do.
They gave me the stomp box a while ago, and I wield much too much power now. You feel that? That's all me. All in my hands.
All right, here we go. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I think we just have one more tune for y'all. I wanted to give a big thanks. First of all, everyone for coming. This has been a truly wonderful experience. We so much enjoy working with the students. Patrick and EJ have been teachers over the years, and Lucas too, doing lessons and things. And we just have a real passion for passing this music on and non-classical styles as well as classical styles. So it's been a real treat, and we're so glad that you're here to see the fruits of all the kids' efforts. I also want to shout out Ken on sound. It sounds wonderful in here. Thank you so much, Ken. And a big, yes, thank you. And a big thank you to Aaron for organizing all this and for having us. Thank you so much. We will be hanging out for a bit after the show. We have some merch out in the lobby there. We have a little email sign up if you want to sign up for that. Some pint glasses for all your family-friendly beverages. Some T-shirts and the whole shebang. Some of our original music on an album and whatnot. But yeah, sign up for that email list. We would love to come back out this way and see some familiar faces. And yeah, come talk to us. We just love meeting new people. And we're on our way out to Franklin next for another school workshop tomorrow that we're very excited for. So it's so much fun. Being in Wisconsin, teaching the students, passing on this music. So thank you all again.
Thank you.
All right. This last tune we're going to play is called Dog in the Distance. It's a slip jig and a reel that I layered some original vocals over top. The first tune being Farewell to Wally Range and then Free Fallin'. They're a lot of fun to play. And thank you so much, y'all. We've had a great time. Here we go.
I could walk in the distance, I
Sun Prairie. Have a good night.